me clearly. America is not a racist country.
We're not a racist country, Brian. We've never been a racist country.
You know, I look at incarceration like their birth rate. Some things are meant to die out. And this system, especially when it comes down to jailing people, it needs to be done away with. It should never exist on this planet again. There is no righteousness in their justice system, and there's definitely no righteousness in how they lock up people. You got all of these people that are exonerated every single year because they never committed a crime, but they got them in there for decades now. If that's not wicked, I don't know what is. And then you got long astronomical sentences for people that have committed non-violent crimes. The only thing your system needs to do is go away and not exist ever again. So let's get into this story, and it just shows the wickedness in these people and their system. Louisiana saves nearly $153 million by releasing incarcerated people held for nonviolent crimes. So they call themselves doing an overhaul, but see, you wouldn't have to do an overhaul if you were doing things right. So they're doing an overhaul of the criminal justice system down there in Louisiana, and their goal is to save money. It's so much for saving lives, right? So, in a new release this month, Louisiana Legislative Auditor's Office, the Justice Reinvestment Initiative, a bipartisan set of laws passed in 2017, it helped the state save $152.7 million. The intent was to reduce the prison population in the state and invest in programs and policies that reduce the likelihood that someone goes back to prison. With a reduction in prison population, the state then can spend less on corrections, and it can instead put the money into programs to help people and prevent crime. Based on the findings, the auditors report, that's exactly what JRI accomplished. You know, these people kill me. They create a problem and then try to pat themselves on the back for fixing the problem. No, there should be no credit for fixing something you created. So, over the last several years, the number of people in Louisiana prisons for nonviolent crimes has decreased by half, according to Pew Research Center. At the same time, more money has been invested to support vulnerable communities in areas that struggle with crime. So, while the report does not provide specifics on racial demographics of those released in the years since the reforms passed, the Prison Policy Initiative, a nonprofit prison research and advocacy group, shows that Black people in Louisiana are incarcerated at 3.5 times higher than that of white people. Black people make up 67% of the prison population in the state, according to the Bureau of Justice Statistics. Okay, well, out of that 67%, how many of them have been sitting in there for a crime that never happened? How come we never get those statistics? How come we never get that? All right. And how many out of the 67% are for non-violent crimes? Because those are the biggest ones. Black men, particularly, get rounded up and thrown in for petty crap. And then your wicked judges sitting on the bench, many of them ain't worth a damn. They are given these astronomical sentences that don't make any sense for non-violent crimes. And these folks think you're supposed to respect them and their system. I wish the hell I would. Jeff Landry, the new Louisiana governor, wants to roll back some of these reforms in an attempt to address crime by imposing harsher sentences and provide more support for law enforcement in the state. Yeah, well, see, that's what got you in this problem in the first place. And see, that's another reason why the system is screwed up, because you'll have one governor going in and they will set policies, and then you got a new governor come in, they will erase those policies and then come with a whole different set of policies. It's ridiculous the way they do things up in here. However, the review from the auditor's office showed that violent crime offenders are not the ones benefiting from the reforms. Okay, so after the implementation of JRI, a number of inmates decreased, and the percentage of inmates who were violent increased, which is in line with the JRI goal of focusing prison beds on serious threats to the public. Then many of your folks that you let off, they should be in there. So, anyway, also some of the money saved from the Department of Corrections has gone towards the state's Office of Juvenile Justice and Commission on Law Enforcement. According to the report, even the perceived success of the reinvestment initiative, the auditors say that there is no overall agreement among decision makers on the impacts of reforms. We found there are no consensus among criminal justice stakeholders on the impact of JRI. And see, that is the key right there. Stakeholders. Do you know most of your politicians sitting up on Capitol Hill are big investors in the prison system? Yes, even the Congressional Black Caucus. They are big investors in the prison system. This is a big reason why they're putting innocent people in jail so their stakeholders can make millions and millions of dollars at the expense of a person that didn't even commit a crime, but it is a body count for their prison. So they don't care how it got there, just as long as it's there and they can make money from it. They don't care, especially about us. And this is all the more reason why reparations need to be given. There's so many things, it's not even funny. And this is another one of those things. So, in addition to the conflicting opinions, it said another challenge is the lack of criminal justice data systems. Yeah, because you don't want everybody to see the dirt that you're doing. That's deliberate, which limits the ability to calculate statistics and identify trends. Yeah, they don't want that identified. They just want to be able to steal somebody out of their life and there's no consequences, just like it is today. Well, this is more reason that we need to demand reparations the way they have incarcerated our people, and the evilness and how they have given the biggest sentences to Black men in this country, while their men that should really be incarcerated in big numbers get out of everything. Y'all, you're going to have to tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.